So my name is Amy, and yes, I'm Holly's daughter. And it was interesting because when I told my mom I was going to sign up for the Inspirational Moment today, she said, make sure to say something about God. And I'll share with you that part of what I reflected on as I was preparing for this talk today is Friday I was at a workshop where a lot of it was about tapping into your natural genius. Every one of us has a natural genius in this room, and I know that mine is to uplift and inspire humanity. I think it took me half my life to figure that out, but I invite you to think about what is your natural gift that you have. And yesterday I spoke at a workshop, and I even brought my handout with me so I wouldn't forget the piece I was going to talk about, but I talked about how to go from self-doubt to determined and get to self-confidence. And one of those 6 tips I gave yesterday is called let it go. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the judgments. Let go of that resistance that we all, including me, does anyone else get resistance within themselves from time to time? Maybe sometimes more than others. And for some reason, that theme just kept coming up for me over the past week. So as I was looking at my bookshelf last night and asking how could I tie this into an inspirational moment, I found my Wayne Dyer book called Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. Has anyone heard of this book before? Okay. So the way that as I thumbed through the book and thought, okay, what could tie into Let It Go? And I found a couple really great pieces that I would like to share with you. So here's what he says, and before I go into this, he talks about the Tao. The Tao is called the Way, and for some of you it might be, as Polly said, God. For some of you it might mean Buddha, it might mean the universe, it might mean a higher power, but it's really synonymous with just believing in something, I think, bigger than yourself. So what he says is, first and foremost, enjoy the mystery. Let the world unfold without always attempting to figure it all out. Let relationships just be. For example, since everything is going to stretch out in divine order, don't try so hard to make something work. Simply allow. Don't always toil at trying to understand your mate, your children, your parents, your boss, or anyone else, because the Tao is working at all times. When expectations are shattered, practice allowing that to be the way it is. Relax, let go, allow, and recognize that some of your desires are about the way you think the way the world should be, rather than how it is in the moment. Become an astute observer. Judge less and listen more. Take time to open your mind to the fascinating mystery and uncertainty that we all experience. Practice letting go of always naming and labeling. The labeling process is what most of us were taught in school. We studied hard to be able to define things correctly in order to get what we called high grades. Most educational institutions insisted on identifying everything, leading to a tag that distinguished us as graduates with knowledge of specific categories. Yet we know, without anyone telling us, that there is no title, no degree, or distinguishing label that truly defines us. In the same way that water is not the word water any more than it is agua, wasser, or H2O, nothing in this universe is what it is named. In spite of our endless categorizations, each animal, flower, mineral, and human can never truly be described in the same way the Tao tells us that the name can be named is not the eternal name. We must bask in the magnificence of what is seen and sensed instead of always memorizing and categorizing. In his closing message, and I would almost call this a call to action that you could put on today, at some point today, notice an instant of annoyance or irritation that you have with another person or situation. Decide to do the Tao or practice the Way in that moment by turning inward with curiosity about where you are on the continuum between desire and allowing. Permit the paradox of wanting to be irritant to vanish and allowing it to be what it is. Look inward for it in your thoughts and allow yourself to feel wherever it is and however it moves in your body. Turn all of your attention to becoming open-minded, allowing permissiveness to befriend the mystery within yourself. Notice how this feeling manifests itself, perhaps doing loop-de-loops in your stomach, giving a rigidness to your skeleton, making your heart pound or tightening even in your throat. And give it non-judgmental attention. Notice the desire for the feeling to disappear and allow it to be monitored compassionately by you. Accept whatever comes. Encounter the mystery within without labeling, explaining, or defending. It's a subtle distinction at first, which you can take personal responsibility for identifying. You alone can prepare the ground of your being for the experience of living in the mystery. I love living in the mystery. It's just about accepting that life is full of variety, ups, downs, all around adversity, but I believe that all of that is an opportunity to tap into being the best version of ourselves.